the fans, we got sucked into the referee making some judgments, and that transcended onto the pitch, and you would have hoped that the players would have kept a more level head and would have seen past it and done just cracked on a little bit. I felt like they got riled up about the referee's decisions, and if they had been a little bit more clever, then there was opportunities in the game when it was still 0-0 to win it. But yeah, we started better.
Well, at the start, starts went terrible. We weren't moving out with the ball, you go one down and you're thinking, okay, this is the point where we need to push on, get a goal, get the equaliser. What do? Sit back and concede another 4 minutes later. We can't push forward, we can't, look for the good pass. We're just playing it around the back. It's the same three players every time, just playing it around the back instead of pushing it forward, trying to get the goals. It's in that game you could see one player, John McGinn, was actually fighting for the game. For the points. Everyone else just sat back, did nothing with it.
A lot of them are playing as individuals as well. I mean, McGinn, don't get me wrong, he's class on his day, but today I just felt he was trying to do too much on his own. There's only so much you can do. We need to learn how to play as a unit and not as individuals. Again, Codger, he was miserable walking off the pitch, acting sulky, but at the end of the day, we need to learn how to communicate, especially for the first goal. Actually, easily could have been prevented. Second goal, not much could have been done, ricochet, but we just need to learn how to cope. But I don't know, we just need to figure something out. It's just disjointed every week and it's inconsistent. It's just, we need to sort something out ASAP, because at this rate we're not going to get promoted anytime soon.
I think what it was for ages thing I thought is that the team's not trying and that's why we're not getting results. But against Brentford and West Brom, I think those two, I'm not exaggerating when I say those two games have been some of the most depressing I've watched for years, because I generally get the feeling that that's maybe the best they have. I'm actually starting to wonder. I wonder what you think about this. Is that the best the players have, genuinely? Because I'm actually just wondering, the lack of quality is just depressing to watch. I mean, it took us 65 minutes to have another shot on target after that Abraham one-on-one chance. It took us nearly 70 minutes to have another shot on goal. That's disgraceful, that is. And I think those players, every one of them should be embarrassed themselves.
James, you just said to me, surely we can't give up, but after that there isn't really anything to play for, is there, other than pride?
Well, pride, exactly. Look at the club that you're playing for. We can't just give up. So go end the season on a high, to go to next season, if we end on a downer, it's going to be took on. It's exactly what we did when we had Bruce, when he came in. We didn't finish the season on a high and we started slow, whereas we finished as a way we want to carry on, but with performances like that, you just can't see it, can you? So.
We come over 7 or 8 times a year to watch them. Today was probably one of the worst performances I've seen in a while. I think they had about 3 efforts in goal in the whole 90 minutes. Only for John McGinn's shot, then it was the only save he made. Maybe if Tammy had taken the chance in the first couple of minutes, it could have been a lot different. But when he didn't take that, it was all gone after that. They had no chances after that, really.
I think that Dean Smith got the job because he's a Villa fan, really, because I don't think his job's too big for him, in my opinion, He should never got the Villa job. We need a bit more, do you know what I mean? I thought it was going to be a better manager name than Dean Smith, you know what I mean? I'm disappointed in that.
Not the result we really wanted. I mean, we started off okay. I mean, you give them that 25 minutes, we looked good. Then we conceded once, then we conceded again, and then it just went all downhill from there. I think confidence dropped, the heads dropped. We didn't look like we knew what we was doing in midfield. We kept going backwards and forwards, which is what you do when you are 2-0 down. But you need to mix it up a bit. You need that drive. You need that drive forward, and it didn't look like it was there today at all.
First 10-15 minutes, we started what looked better than the Brentford game. In the first 15, you think, all right, maybe he's found something that will work. Maybe we'll actually go and give him a game. Like you said on the podcast, the refereeing is just absolutely appalling. I have no words for it. It was shocking. It was so bad. And then that leads into another thing. Crowd gets frustrated, whatnot. And that first goal, I didn't see much of it. I just saw ball come in, little glancing header. I don't think there was much anyone could have done for that. I have to watch it back. Second goal, it looked like it took a deflection, and then hit the post.
I mean, he'd have probably got in anyway, knowing good as well.
So you can't blame Kalinic for that. Then he goes off injured at half time, and he's looked good. Since the Wigan game, he's really looked good. He's settled much quicker than Ireland. He looks all right, quite commanding, and he's out. Who knows how long that is. And then second half, I don't even know if they had a shot. They just had to sit back. They brought on Carl Bartley 60, 70 minutes in. So all we do is lump balls up, headed away, lump balls up, headed away. It just goes on and on and on. Ramsey comes on. I thought he did all right. He looked quite quick, got about a bit, but it's not enough.
In general, there just sounds like there's a lack of ideas completely.
Other than John McGinn, no one's really does anything, do they? They just pass sideways. There's that two defenders and Glenn Whelan that have the ball for a lot of the time, and everyone's stood still. No one wants to make a good ball, so it must be frustrating to be Tammy Abraham, to know that you're on fire, but you can't do nothing.
Tammy, bless him, he's running left, right and centre, and there's no balls coming through. He's screaming at the midfield to give him the ball. Nothing's happening. We're too slow. We get the ball in the wide areas and we're too slow, and we're not turning their defences. We're not turning any defence at the moment. We're playing the ball into Tammy. It's sticking, but there's no runners. I'm just trying to think of an old example, like a Platty, like an Ian Taylor, like a Draper, that sort of ilk. There's nobody gambling beyond what's already there.
About Kalinic, what I would say is that earlier he got a head injury, and I think he stayed on. I don't think he should have stayed on, because I wouldn't blame him that much for that goal. I think it was just more the back. I don't know what the fullbacks did for most of the game. They were getting torn apart by Jacob Murphy, a Newcastle reject, and Hal Robson can't. I mean, he's a free agent, and they're tearing you apart. I mean, these players, they're okay players. They've got good players, but West Brom, they weren't at their best today. They didn't have to anyway.
They don't need to best.
In the second half, they completely they just gave up. Well, not gave up. That's the wrong word, but they were really complacent. They just said, here you go, have the ball. We're not even going to try, and I bet we'll still beat. And there you go, they still put 2 past us. If they'd have actually tried, they could have put 5, 6, 7 past us, because that's how awful we were. We look like a Sunday League side.
If we keep drawing and losing, then we're going to be in trouble. And Albion actually played okay today, but second half at the start, I thought we were going to be better. I thought we were the better team at the start of the first half, but then Albion just kept on defending, and I don't know.
The first 30-35 minutes, it was a good game of football. Yeah, both teams were seemingly trying to go for it, and then they scored their first goal. I was back of the north. I don't know whether it was deflection, I'm not sure how that's gone in. And then second one, massive deflection in clean as sea from where we were sat. So 2 goals in 4 minutes, and Albion shut up shop second half. Did a good defensive number on us.
I don't know what he can do, because the young lads that I would have liked to have seen given a chance, where are they? So they're out on loan. So it's all waiting for Jack to come back, but one player ain't going to make the team, and just don't know what to say. So.
If I was Dean Smith, I'd take stock of what he's looking for next season, and anyone that isn't a part of those plans this shouldn't be playing, and then we should just be trying to focus on getting what his vision of his style of football is on the pitch, and that if he can, we're going to moan about results, but he might be in that process already.
If you look at it, we did look like we played okay second half, but like you say, they absorbed the pressure, and they didn't need to play, did they? They got the 2-0 goal, and they just sat back and just absorbed it, and it just drained us in the end.
I don't agree with the some of Smith's players he's having on the pitch. I mean, I think Uran should be rested. I mean, that second goal, he lost that ball.
Is that what happened?
Oh no, he just softly got pushed off the ball, and then they were in, bang. Jay Rodriguez smack, first time shot. So he's got to be stronger. And fair play to Ramsey when he came on. He went forward with the ball, which we hadn't seen from Urhan for a while. I was a great Urhan fan to start when he was at Barnsley, but they used to play him as a number 10. But now he's this midfield thing. He just can't seem to do it. He looked in shock. He looked in shock today.
The effort's there with us.
I agree.
The effort is there. It just seems sometimes that the effort's in the wrong places. We're running to get the ball, and then we're not getting it. But there's nobody following up. It's like, oh, you haven't won it. Oh, I'll wait here then for a little bit. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that is part of it, just that lack of cohesion. What do we do next? I think we're waiting too much. Instead of trying to make things happen, we're waiting for things to happen, and that to me has got to change.
I mean, you look at the starting 11 today, I can only see 3 being there in August, actually on the pitch themselves. The rest will either go back to parent clubs or contracts gone or sold. So
there is a massive overhaul in the summer, as I put on Twitter, and it starts in June. But we've just some people coming out of the ground are now saying, Will Smith, get there. 2 wins in 14 under Bruce, we would be calling for his head. I hope we stick with Smith. He's the long term, for me, the right appointment for the job. But it's just, we're just limping along now into the end of the season.
Whoever we're playing down here, we should be putting in a better performance than that. You would think who it is would lift the players, but they don't. I mean, some of them don't even look like they knew each other today. But the first chance fell to us like Wednesday. If you take your chances, the confidence comes back and it changes football matches. But Sammy's pulled us out of the mire so many times this year, he can't beat him up for that, missing the one. So.
The 2 things Abraham's good at is A, scoring goals, and B, missing sitters. He needs to he needs to practice from that range. Take December. He missed an absolutely brilliant try that I probably would have scored my eyes closed, but
West Brom.
West Brom.
Yeah.
But I can't. If we don't win against Forest or Derby, then I think we're going to be in trouble. So we need to win against Nottingham, and then Derby, we'll see how we are.
You got to give credit to West Brom's second half. They had no intention of going for a third second half, and it was defensive masterclass. Didn't really, for me, get out of any gear higher than second at all during the game, and we just had no creativeness to actually break that defence down, which sort of highlights the fact how much we miss Grealish or another Grealish type player that can unlock the defence. Where I'll give credit to is Courtney House played very well.
Yeah, he did. He didn't have a good game Wednesday.
No,
he recovered from it.
But he looked assured. He looked composed. He got back, put one on the plate for Tammy in the second half, and he's headed it wide. And Mings again looked all right, but it just had nothing to break them down second half.
Thought we weren't too bad 25 minutes, but how did Abraham miss that in the first half? If he puts that in, that's a completely different match then, isn't it, if that goes in? I mean, the one man you would want it to fall to, and somehow, I don't know how, he misses it. Problem is I'm behind Smith, 100% behind Dean Smith. The problem Dean Smith has is it's crap upon crap, year on, year out. So we've got 10 years now, we've had 10 years of rubbish, and it's just an accumulation of 10 years. So I don't think the fans are on his back. It's just 10 years of just frustration. My lad, 12 years, he's 12 years old, and I asked him this morning, he said, I don't want to come today, and you can't blame him, because all he's ever known us is be rubbish, and I keep saying to him, come on Sonny, it will get better, and he's turning around and he's saying, well, it hasn't for the last 10 years, and I can't do it to him anymore, and that's what we've got. 10 years this is now. Shocking, mate.
As the lights have gone out on Villa's season, you probably noticed the lights went out halfway through this fan cams as well, so apologies for that. Rollo's obviously not come prepared and the light has died. No one's enjoyed this video, but if you've just watched the video, then make sure you're giving it a like and also subscribe to the Villa View with your post notifications on, as that really helps the channel grow. Leave your comments on the game, although I imagine it's all going to be pretty miserable. I'm feeling pretty miserable myself at the moment. It'd be nice to come on and talk about something positive. Fingers crossed we get to do that next time. There'll be a few videos coming up in the week. Podcast will be sometime next week where Tom and myself, or Chris and myself, will talk through this West Brom game. Really disappointing. I'm really saddened by what I've seen today. We've lost 2-0 to an average West Brom. I'll try and talk about that in more detail in the podcast. Yeah, don't know what else to say. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.